Welcome to Inside Lake Forest. I'm Eileen, Looby, your host, and today we're visiting with Citadel Theater, which is located at West Campus here in Lake Forest on Waukegan Road. We're going to be meeting with Frank, who's the marketing director. Let's step inside. Frank, pleasure meeting you.
Hi, nice to have you here.
Thank you. Love to hear about the history of Citadel Theater.
All right, well, Citadel has been here in Lake Forest for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We were founded back in 2002.
Okay.
Scott Phelps, who is our artistic director now, was instrumental in getting the theater started. He and his wife Ellen had actually been, they had been actors. They were schooled in acting, and they went back for professional careers. But before they did that, they were at the Actors Theater of Louisville, and they met together there in the 1980s. And now they're married, and it's sort of their history has sort of been the story of the founding of Citadel a little bit, because you know, back in 2002, Scott, Ellen, some friends of theirs who were in the acting in theater, decided, you know, let's get something started. Let's make something here in Lake Forest, so people don't have to schlep all the way downtown. We can have, you know, live action, live theater right here in the city where we are. And so, you know, 2002, we were founded. We started out in the Gorton Center, the basement of the Gorton. We called it the Grotto.
Okay.
It was a very close space, and we could do some exciting things there. We could be a bit more experimental than perhaps we are today. Although, you know, we are fortunate to have a very educated audience here in Lake Forest, also very culturally attuned. But you know, at Gorton, it was a nice space, but it was very cramped. It was very contained, and you know, we're really trying to offer a professional experience. And you know, here at the West Campus at what had been the Lake Forest High School, you know, now we have an opportunity with our new theater space to really give people that professional downtown quality experience that they're looking for.
Absolutely. Well, we've talked about a couple of things. You've got professional actors who you're working with, and now you've got a more professional space that gives you the room and the opportunity to do great things. I'm just looking at these posters here, Frank. Talk to me about the schedule of the theater and the types of shows that they put on.
All right, well, Citadel has a 4-show season, and the season runs typically parallel to the school year.
Sure.
So we have a show that runs September, October, one November, December, February, March, and then you know, April and May. And typically with our 4-show season, we have shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Sundays also at 3 p.m. And then we offer some matinees, Wednesday matinees, and this year we're adding a couple of Saturday matinees as well.
Great.
Yeah.
So that certainly covers a lot of accessibility for people to come and see the shows.
Oh yeah, we're really happy to actually be partnering with a number of local groups. The Lake County Visitors Bureau is helping us to locate tour groups that we're bringing in.
Neat.
We had one group that came in, 50 people, Forest Park seniors, came all the way up from, you know, Oak Park area, and came to see our last show, Lend Me a Tenor.
Great. Now let's talk about where you get your actors. Are they mostly local, or are they coming from all over? And how does one find out to be a part of Citadel?
We typically post our auditions online. We post with the local papers, Pioneer Press, the Patch, the advertisements for auditions, and we also go scouting. We go down to the city. There's a lot of schools in the city, DePaul, Loyola, but Columbia, which graduates the most actors of I think any school in the country.
Wow.
We go down there and we go on a scouting mission and see, look at who's the new young talent that's going to be looking for an opportunity for a break here with us. Fabulous.
So you can scout out, or other professionals who are in the area can come and audition for a part in one of the plays.
Yeah, we're actually just wrapping up our auditions now for Other People's Money, which is going to run September 29th to October 28th. And it should be a whole lot of fun. It definitely, it's going to be a fun show.
Now, Frank, quick, just a little bit about you. You came on board recently, you mentioned in January, is that correct?
Yes.
And what is your background, and how did why Citadel for you?
Well, interestingly enough, I met Citadel, or met with Scott, who wound up giving me my job through a mutual friend that I had with a contact in the communications business.
Okay.
And I had recently graduated from the master's program at Rutgers in communications, and came back here and last August. And it wasn't until January. I mean, I've been working a couple of different sort of side gigs, doing some consulting with a politician. So theater really never was in my background. But I've always been interested in entertainment. I've always been interested in how do you give people a good time, and this is definitely a way to do that.
Fabulously, and as you mentioned, as Citadel's audience continues to grow, you offer a great piece to that puzzle with kind of the organization to help increase the visibility, and I'm happy that Inside Lake Forest could be a part of it.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy to have Inside Lake Forest here talking with us today, because really, Citadel is such an easy sell. Once people know about it, once they know that we're here, they're hooked. Because rather than spending as much money on parking as people would on a ticket here, I mean, you park downtown for $35, you can see the show here for that much.
Great.
And rather than spending an hour and a half on the Edens each way, you can see a show hour and a half and go home 10 minutes.
Yeah, you mentioned cut 2 hours off your babysitting bill.
Exactly.
I mean, what a great point here for some of the local residents.
Right. It's fun, it's local, and it's a good thing for the community too, because I don't know if you know this, but about 80% of people who go to see a show will typically eat dinner either before or after. Well, if they're seeing their show here in Lake Forest, then that's restaurant revenue that's staying here.
Excellent
and
point.
That's helping to build the community.
Great. Well, I'd love, we're going to take a walk over into the theater space itself, and I'm going to turn over the microphone to Robert, who's going to ask you some more questions.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
Oh, thank you. Hi, so Robert, this is the theater, Citadel Theater, and as you can see, we have seating for about 150 here, and we do, the 4 performances, 4-show season, 20 performances each, 150 seats. It can be as many as 10,000 people through the theater each year. So why don't you have a seat, and let's talk some more about it.
All right, so well, it's good to be with you here today, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about Citadel and how you've been able to work in Lake Forest with the community. You have the plays you were talking about. Could you give us a little run around on the history of Citadel and kind of how this classroom has transformed into a theater space?
Right. So, as I said, about 3 years ago, we moved from the Gorton to this space. And if you look around here, it looks like a theater. We've got, stadium seating, nice plush chairs, but that's not how it always used to be. This used to be a science classroom. There were people firing up Bunsen burners in here. And, it's been a radical transformation. We had a very successful capital campaign. We were able to raise $50,000 for the build. And that really helped us to take this from being, just another back room in an unused facility to becoming a theater that now we believe can be an integral part of the community, providing an avenue to culture and entertainment in Lake Forest.
So you've been here for 10 years. How do you promote the viewership for your plays and performances? Well,
this year, our 10th anniversary season, the main things that we're doing are really to activate interest. We have posters that I put up around town for the various plays. We send out mailings to people. We have an email listserv that people can join, and you can do that by going to our website, citadeltheater.org, and there's an option there to join our email list. And also on that website, there's opportunity for people, because we are a nonprofit, to get on board with donations. We're a 501c3, and we love doing what we're doing here to be a part of the community and to build culture and art within Lake Forest, and we invite people to become a part of that. There are a lot of different things you can do for our website. We do post a lot of things intermittently up there that we would encourage people to stay tuned to, and they can link to our Facebook, our Twitter accounts there, and get the latest information. And additionally, through the website, people can see can purchase tickets for individual performances, or they can buy season ticket packages. Season ticket packages are offered at significant discounts. Whereas a typical seat on a weekend would be $37.50, you can get a season ticket performance for as little as $27, and those packages are all there online, and you can choose which days they have free ticket exchange, and it's a great way to become a part and to enjoy what we have put on here at Citadel.
Good deal, Frank. I want to get your take on some of the performances you thought were memorable.
Just before I came on, in December, we had Christmas Carol, and I went and saw that performance. And we brought in a professional real equity actor, Frank Farrell, who played the part of Scrooge in Christmas Carol.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Come and know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the like of me before.
Never! And he was definitely a quality actor. More recently, we had Lend Me a Tenor. Lend Me a Tenor, phenomenal performance. A great slapstick kind of comedy. It was hilarious farce. People coming in and out of doors, slamming things around, knocking over balusters. It was an exciting, riveting, engaging thing. And people that we brought in to see it that came were really engaged with it. They really, they were laughing out loud.
And we heard you're starting a new season coming up pretty soon. Can you tell us any anticipations for that new season? Do you have anything that you're really you're waiting for that you really want to see?
Well, in our next season, we're doing 4 shows. Other People's Money, which is it's a comedy. It's a fun show. It's about this guy who takes over a business and how it plays out. There's a love interest, whatnot, and that's running in October. We have Little Women, which is going to be a world premiere, a new adaptation that we're doing here for around Christmas time. And then in the spring, February, March, we're doing God of Carnage. I saw God of Carnage on Broadway. It's a savage comedy. It's biting, it's fierce, but it's enjoyable. And I had a really fun time watching that, and I'm really excited to see how Citadel is going to be able to do that. What we're offering people here is a chance to see professional quality theater, but here at their doorstep. We're here in Lake Forest, but we're offering, hopefully everything that you expect out of a professional theater performance. You're going to come in, you're going to see a professional stadium seating show, professional actors. Hopefully you'll get some concessions at intermission, and you're going to have a great time. And part of that is being from the community. We have an idea as to what the expectations of the community are. We know you're educated, we know you're cultured, but we want to give you the opportunity to experience that right here where you are.
Well, like you said, it's all about getting awareness of Citadel out to the community. Well, Frank, it was nice having you here today on Inside Lake Forest. Appreciate the interview with you. Yeah,
definitely. And for anyone out there who's interested in seeing a show or learning more about Citadel, www.citadeltheater.org, or you can call our box office line, 847-735-8554.
Thank you for watching Inside Lake Forest. As you know, today we've been visiting with Citadel Theater. It's your opportunity to see great professional theater right here in our hometown community of Lake Forest. I hope you check them out today.